Okay, so if you want a legendary right now, if you want to get yourself a free legendary card on your Clash Royale account right as you log back into Clash Royale, you have to leave a like on this video and you will get yourself a legendary card. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this works, okay? You need to first of all go down there, leave a like, then comment the name of the legendary card that you would like to get in your next Clash Royale chest. Then after you have liked this video, just wait a little bit of time and then go back into Clash Royale and open up your chest and you will get that legendary card. I know it's crazy, it's mind-blowing, guys, but this like on this video can actually do it for you, but I wouldn't waste this opportunity. Like the video, then you'll see that you will get the legendary card that you want. Finally, let's get to today's video. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video, and today we'll be taking a look at 7 cards that Supercell are considering to add in the future of Clash Royale. And starting off with this first one here, we have one called Fiery. This one's basically a concept made by someone who is basically a graphics designer for Clash Royale concepts. He's called Syndek. I will leave a link to his channel in the description. He basically made this Fiery card. He made the initial look and the design of it, and basically all it is an Inferno Tower on wheels, kind of like the Spark. Instead of like the electric rings and stuff, he put basically all in the Inferno Tower charges, the Inferno Tower kind of plasma thing that it shoots out, and yeah, it really looks pretty cool. And Supercell added a roster building into Clash of Clans, and maybe they're going to be inspired by this to even add something called a Fiery. This is what Syndek called it anyway. It could be called something else, but Fiery is what it's called for now. It kind of looks like a roster from Clash of Clans. If you guys don't know what a roster is, it's basically a building that is kind of like an Inferno Tower, but it shoots out like kind of flames in huge groups of troops and kills a huge group of troops all at once, which is kind of cool to see that Supercell are actually adding something like other than just different things from the game, such as like the Inferno Tower. They're kind of adding something else more interesting. So maybe they will actually bring this card into the game, into Clash Royale, just to see how it acts, and maybe it will actually overpower the Sparky. You never know. Moving on to the next card, and this one's going to be the Skeleton Dragon. Now there has been a rumor on Apegged Studio about this. If you don't know who Apegged Studios are, again, I'll leave a link to their website in the description. But there has been a rumor going around that the Skeleton Dragon is actually a leaked troop from inside of the Clash Royale files. So maybe Supercell are either already thinking of adding this, or they already have added this if it's in the game files. But yeah, here's a clear HD image. This has been data mined, apparently said so, and yeah, if it's not already in the game, then Supercell are definitely working on adding this. And as you can see, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like a wall breaker dragon skeleton kind of thing. It's like a corpse of a dragon, like flying and holding a bomb. It's like an undead dragon kind of thing, and this just spices things up a lot more in the game. If this was to come, this would definitely be on everyone's mind to just try and use this card. It's definitely something interesting that we've never really seen before. The next troop or card that Supercell might be considering to add in the future is going to be Poisonous Minions. Now, you already know we have the minions in Clash Royale, the hordes of minions and just the batch of minions, the 3 minions on themselves. And I was thinking, well, Supercell did add like a bunch of skin changes in Clash of Clans for the minions to turn them purple and stuff, so maybe they're kind of thinking that same thing for Clash Royale. Maybe they will get like a brand new category of minions called the Poisonous Minions or the Hell Minions, something along those lines, and instead of being blue, they could basically be red, similar to the skins that they made for them in Clash of Clans. They're kind of dark red, maroon, purple, that sort of thing. Maybe they can change the colors of the minions to red and make them have like fiery, flamey, yellow eyes, and these poisonous minions will basically just spew out poison, which will be like little, instead of like the little dark elixir blobs that the normal minions shoot out, these poisonous minions could be like poisonous pellets that they shoot, and then they just obviously affect the building or the troop for that matter with poison for like a certain limit of time, maybe like 2 or 3 seconds of just poison, just dealing damage to their health. As you know, a poison spell, when you place it down, it just decreases health and health and health, like time and time again. It'll just like keep going, seconds will keep coming past, and then the health of that thing will obviously decrease. So maybe the pellets of the poisonous minions can actually slow down or even just like reduce the health of a troop or a tower. And I think this is like one of the most interesting ideas ever. So Supercell, if you're watching this, please add this into the game. Next thing on the list, we have an Ice Hound. Now, this may sound kind of crazy because we already have the Lava Hound, but I think another great legendary card, or just any card in that matter, could be an Ice Hound, because they did bring out the Golem, and then they brought out the Ice Golem. They did bring out the Mega Minions as well as the Minions. They brought out the Elite Barbarians for the normal Barbarians. So, where's the other variation of the Lava Hound? I don't really see another variation of the Lava Hound. So maybe we could potentially get an Ice Hound. So what I was thinking for this trip is it would be a little bit faster. It would be unlocked in obviously Frozen Peak or something along those lines, because it's obviously a colder arena. And maybe this card can even attack troops as well as just buildings in general, because as you know, the Lava Hound does obviously go for buildings instead of troops. It doesn't go for troops at all. So possibly the Ice Hound could be the first Hound to attack troops and be able to attack like cards that are shooting at it, etc. Maybe be a little bit faster, spawn little ice pops maybe afterward, and I reckon that this troop should be able to freeze stuff. Okay, so like I was just talking about the poisonous minions, how they have the effect of the poison, maybe the Ice Hound can have, when it basically shoots a troop, it can like slow down, like kind of like what the Ice Wizard does. I completely forgot that the Ice Wizard does this. So basically the Ice Hound can just shoot out like icy darts and stuff, and it would basically do the same as the Ice Wizard, just slow stuff down, do some damage as well, and it would roughly be the same as the Ice Wizard in damage as well, because as you know, the Ice Wizard doesn't do too much damage to anything, so the Ice Hound could basically be a flying Ice Wizard that can also spawn ice pops after its death. So another pretty cool idea. Supercell should definitely add this into the game. Coming in at number 5, we have the first building card that should be added into Clash Royale. So as you know, Supercell do have a good habit of adding things into their new games that they already made in the previous game. So for example, adding stuff from Clash of Clans into Clash Royale, and adding stuff into Clash of Clans from Clash Royale, from buildings, troops, and etc. So I was thinking, with this new Builder Village update for Clash of Clans, there has been a new building which I have been interested in, super interested in, and that was the double cannon. And just think about it, guys, instead of using like the normal cannon to distract hog riders and giants, etc., you could place a double cannon for probably 4 or 5 elixir, and that thing would just basically destroy hog riders instantly, and it would just be a great counter, because as you know, the hog riders are super overpowered. There's really nothing that can stop them apart from like a cannon or cheap elixir. So maybe something that you really need to get rid of a hog rider could be used by a double cannon really easily. Also, this would be a really good addition because we don't have any more of like defense. We don't have like any more similar defenses from Clash of Clans. We only have like the Tesla, the Inferno Tower, and the cannon. We want more defenses, basically, is what I'm trying to say, Supercell, okay? So please add the double cannon. The double cannon, a lot of people were thinking that it would already be added into Clash Royale by now, because Supercell just like quickly adds stuff from new games like heroes and stuff. So if you guys actually wanted to see a double cannon, tell me in the comments below, and maybe if Supercell would do somehow watch this, then maybe if they see all of you guys wanting the double cannon, then maybe they will actually decide to add it for themselves. Next on the list, we have the 3 Wizards card, which was talked about a pretty decently long time ago, but I'm pretty sure Supercell have taken into account all of these ideas that people have been making videos on about the 3 Wizards. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, obviously I'm talking about the normal wizard, the fireball one, ice wizard, and of course the electro wizard. So this would be like one simple, like its own card, and similar to the 3 Musketeers, it would be a high elixir cost, and similar to the 3 Musketeers, it would be a high elixir cost. Obviously, you're getting 3 different wizards all in one card, so I believe it should be 9 or 10, possibly even 10 elixir, because all of these wizards together, it would just be the most overpowered thing I've ever seen. And this could be a legendary. I'm hoping it's a legendary, because it will be far more overpowered if it wasn't a legendary, and if it was a lot easier to get. Unless, of course, their stats just decreased massively, their hit points are very fragile, and their damage is little to no good. 3 Wizards, I reckon, would be one of the greatest cards to have ever come to Clash Royale. And finally on the list, for the 7th card that Supercell are maybe considering to add or should add in the future, it's going to be the Battle Machine from Clash of Clans. And now, calm down, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, there's so much stuff in here from Clash of Clans. I know. Well, it's not really so much from Clash of Clans itself. I know it's based in Clash of Clans, but like, if you think about it, Supercell were hinting at something about heroes, like they're adding Archer Queens and Barbarian Kings into Clash Royale for special use. And obviously, now that we have a new hero into Clash of Clans, as well as the Grand Warden, is going to be the Battle Machine in a night mode village. So this could be utilized pretty well also in Clash Royale. Maybe not with the ability every 12 seconds, because there's only 2 towers and like a King Tower in Clash Royale, and if you were to just keep using that ability, I'm pretty sure you could 3-crown anyone with just the Battle Machine alone. But what I was thinking is maybe using this as like one backup card. Like, instead of using, for example, one card in your deck, you can place this in, it would only be able to be used once in the battle. Maybe there's like some sort of other button on the screen to make you allow to basically access the battle machine from use, but you would have to use it instead of one card in your deck, which is very crucial, and it can only be used once. So it will have to be a very smart and strategic deck if you really want to make the most of it. I don't know, but that's just my thought process behind if they were going to add the battle machine, not make it too overpowered, only be able to use it once in every battle, and also making people use it instead of a card in their deck already. But yeah, that would just be the most crucial thing like ever. You would have to make such like a smart deck in order to like be sure that you don't need that one card that you swap the battle machine for, or you could of course just rely on the other card instead of using the battle machine. And yes guys, with all of those 7 cards out of the way on the wish list for Supercell cards to be added soon into Clash Royale, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, because if you want a legendary, then I mean, you're gonna have to like the video, aren't you? Because if you don't like the video, you don't get to legendary. So, like I already said, this has been the end of the video. Comment some more top list videos I should do on Clash Royale, and I will see you all in the next video, and peace.